guys, I'm Seafood Dung and I'm here today to share with you one of my favorite warm-up exercises to get the body ready for working out. But in addition to that, what I also want to do is not only show you how I use it to warm up, but also as a training method and also as a self-defense technique. So let's go. All right, so the exercise we're going to be going over today is going to involve what we refer to in Choylifut as the kwa and the cup, or the kwa choy and the cup choy. Kwa choy is a back fist, cup choy is our stamping fist, which is pretty much the same thing, but the thumb is on the side. So the way we're going to start this one off, and I'm going to show you a couple of different variations to do to help, like I said, get the body warmed up. So we're going to start by having one leg back. In this case, I'm putting my left leg back. I'm going to have my right hand in the fist, and it doesn't have to be clinched really tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come at a diagonal position across my body here. Now from here, I'm going to let my waist turn and open up from here. Now we're going to utilize the cup joy. We turn the thumb to the side. Now because we're doing this as a warm-up exercises, the thumb doesn't really matter as much. So what we do is we're going to come back through and come across this way. So virtually what we're doing is we're making a giant X. What we want to do is we want to make sure that the body is relaxed, the shoulders relaxed, and we're just letting the hips, the joints, everything just kind of open up a little bit. So what we want to do is again open, keep that shoulder open, the chest open, let the waist relax so that way that has flexibility as well. And we switch the other side and we will do the same thing. Now, we're not trying to hit with any power at this point. That's why, again, we're not utilizing the stancing very much. We want to make sure that the body is just loosening up. Now, the next variation of this warm-up exercise is we're going to take the same thing that we were doing, but we're going to add movement to it. We're going to move with it. So if we were taking that position where our left leg is back and we have our basic figure eight, now the only thing we're going to do is we're going to add a step to it. So when we do this, I'm going to turn to the side from here. As we do this, is we're going to step with every motion. So we're going to use that kwa or the back fist as we step, and then we're going to come across with that stamping fist or that cup choy, and we're going to step and kwa, step and cup. Now from here, we're just going to switch to the other side. Same thing, step and kwa, step and cup, step and kwa, step and cup. Now the most important thing again is keep the body relaxed. Keep your shoulders, keep your hips, everything relaxed. There's not a lot of power to the motion. It's just movement. All right, so variation number 2 is almost going to be similar to variation number 1, except for you're going to be utilizing both arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with one leg back. Now we have the basic back fist that we did earlier, but the second one is going to come from the backhand now. Now from this position, we're going to roll up and then we're going to come back. So we have a back fist, stamping fist, back fist, stamping fist. Now as we do this, same thing, we want to keep the body relaxed. We want to let those shoulders and the hips open up. So we're turning our stancing slightly, but again, we're not putting a lot of emphasis in terms of snap, power. We just want to create motion. All right, now hopefully that you have the second variation. We're now going to move with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring that left leg back. We're going to take this motion from here. We have our back fist and our cup choy or our stamping fist. Now from here, this time it's going to be one step for every 2 movements. So from here, we're going to step 1, 2. Now we're going to step 1, 2. Again, we're just doing this for movement, so we want to relax the stance. We're going to relax the body. Step 1, 2, step 1, 2. Step 1, 2, step 1, 2. Turn around the other way. Step 1, 2, step 1, 2. Step 1, 2. Step 1, 2. So as we do this, again, what we're trying to create again is that fluidity in motion. Okay? Just let the body flow. That's the most important thing to help loosening up. All right, it's time to kick it up a notch for those of you guys who want a little bit more out of this training. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on lowering the stance. We're going to be adding some power in, and that's going to give us a little bit more of a workout. So we're going to start by sinking down into our square horse. And if you guys have questions about square horse, you can check back to that other video we did. So we're going to sink down in our square horse. Now, with our back fist, what we want to do is we're going to turn to a bow stance from here. Now, we're going to step in from this position, and we're going to come down with our square horse, much lower, so we're working the legs. Now, in addition, we want to make sure that we're utilizing the body throughout the whole motion as we're coming through. So we do our back fist, and we sink down for our stamping fist. Back fist, stamping fist. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, you can start making it flow a little bit more once you get a good feel for this. Now, in addition to that, what we also want to be able to do is we want to move with it. So from here, we can go 1, step, 2. 1, 2. Turn around. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, now that you got the single arm one, let's go into the double arm. So from here, we're going to sink down from here and turn. 1, 2. Now, we're going to come back. 1, 2, and drop down. 1, 2, and sink. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're looking at 2 movements for every stance change. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, if we add it with the step, we're going to step. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Go back the other way. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, when we're talking application with these motions, both kwa choi and cup choi, it's not much different than how we use it for training. In training, the most important thing is understanding how you use your body and what's going to generate the most power. So that way you can be most effective when you're actually using it. So when we talk about kwa, the kwa motion is typically this motion right here. Okay, this back fist. Now the back fist can of course be in a vertical. You can even do it in a diagonal or even horizontal style of position here. So with this motion, like always, whatever is big can also become small. So it doesn't have to be done in a big position. It can be done short. Same thing with the cup choi. The cup choi, we practice large motions, but we can also shorten it up. So if you were to hit, and basically cup choi is the same part that you knock on a door with, what we want to do is we want to be able to hit across. So hitting a short cup choi with the ridge of those knuckles will still do the damage. So when we hit one here, we can do it where it also becomes a little more straight, more streamlined, rather than having these giant circles. Now, if the giant circles fit, by all means, it's going to hit like a wrecking ball. Next technique, we're going to be dealing with the right hook. Now, instead of traditionally blocking this, what we're going to do is block and strike at the same time, or what I refer to as attacking the attack. What this is going to do is it's going to inflict pain upon your attacker and give you a window of opportunity for you to counter strike. Now, the counter strike in this case is going to be our cup choi, where it's going to be utilizing the knuckles or the forearm, depending on where you want to strike. Now, in the second attack, what we're looking at doing is defending ourselves against a double strike. It could be a left-right, it could be a right-left. There's multiple ways that it can be approached. So the great thing is, with this quad cup motion, yes, it is big, yes, it is powerful, but again, like we said, anything can be condensed, can also expand. So with this one, what we're looking at doing is blocking, striking. That's one of the things I love about this technique is everything is interchangeable. You can move forward with it, you can move backward with it. You can use it to chase or track your opponent. You can use it to defend, using the cups or quads to also defend. So the combination of motions, what we're looking at doing is qua, clearing whatever we have in the path, okay? And that can be a big, depending on how much time you have. It could also be a short, simple one right here. Following up from here, once you have the room, now you have that cup choi, or you're basically throwing a hook as well. From here, following up again, encroaching upon and following with a quad cup again. I hope you enjoyed the warm-up, the training, as well as the self-defense portion of the video. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like, also hit that subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.